Mr. Upadhyay, if I can bring you on to this question.
I wanted to make a point about Rajasthan. You mentioned about Congress party. And look at the BJP there. You see, Vasundhara Raje was the face of BJP for more than 20 years there, and she was a two-time chief minister. But this time they tried to sideline her completely, and she was not even part of the election committee. So she was brought in very late into the fold, and then she was in the same boat as Shivraj Singh Chauhan, because I think there was some political game going on between the central leaders and the state leaders, so in which these two were sought to be sidelined.
Right.
But I think what happened was, after the Karnataka results, there has been some realization within the BJP central leadership that we can't just ignore the state level leaders.
Right.
So that's the reason why I think why these two have come back in a sense that they've also been fielded, which means that they will be players. If they're not been given tickets, they wouldn't have been players. So supposing the BJP gets majority in both these states, I'm sure both of them will stay clean.
I think that's going to be an interesting point. Let's also now tell our viewers about these initial bit of trends that are out, and it appears that the Bharatiya Janata Party is the one that is leading in both Rajasthan and also in Madhya Pradesh. So for the people especially who voted for the Bharatiya Janata Party, they'll be looking at it and they'll say that this of course is what we've been hoping for. But let's remind our viewers that these are still very initial trends, and it will be sometime, at least till about 11-12 o'clock, till these trends of course will solidify. Mr. Sharad Gupta, if I can bring you in on this. Now this is an election that's going to be watched very closely, that is being watched very closely, and Mr. Upadhyay made about the point about big, strong leaders locally. Do you think the Bharatiya Janata Party has been empowering its local leaders, or has it been relying on the central leaders' charisma to take them through?
Actually, that was a deliberate decision taken by the BJP this time, not to project the chief ministers. And they decided to have a joint leadership of state leaders. Actually, that is a way of promoting young leaders.
Right.
New leaders.
But do you think that works? Because they tried doing that in Karnataka and they ended up losing really badly. They tried to undermine someone like, Yediyurappa, the man who is the architect of the Bharatiya Janata Party in Karnataka, but they were wiped out in Karnataka. Do you think, by trying to undermine someone like Shivraj Singh Chauhan in Madhya Pradesh, they've actually made a mistake?
They tried.
Although the trends say that the Bharatiya Janata Party is the one that is in the lead.
They tried to sideline both Vasundhara and Shivraj Singh Chauhan, but then they realized their mistake, and both of them were in part as the campaigning progressed. Shivraj Singh Chauhan was in the forefront of campaigning, and so was Vasundhara Raje. And very interesting point about Rajasthan, what Mr. Upadhyay was also saying, both Vasundhara and Shivraj Singh Chauhan, both Vasundhara and Ashok Gehlot don't enjoy the confidence of their respective parties. That is why they have it is rumored that they have spawned their own set of candidates in the constituencies, given tickets.
Right.
So since yesterday, both Vasundhara and Gehlot have been meeting independents who were a rebel of their parties.
Right.
So as per a report, Congress has fielded 30 rebels, means Vasundhara has fielded 30 rebels, and Gehlot has fielded 40 rebels. So in case all these rebels, some of them managed to win. So in that case, Vasundhara or Gehlot, they will have a major claim on the and in any case, these leaders will matter only when the majority is wafer thin, because they can muster support with their set of rebels.
Right. And
in case a party gets complete majority, so their rebellion or their supporters and dependents, they will render meaningless.
Right. All right. So my colleague Molly Gambhir will be getting us the numbers that are emerging in just a bit. But Mr. Upadhyay, we also need to talk about another very crucial state, and this of course is the state of Telangana.
Yes.
Now, the Telangana Rashtra Samiti changed its name to the Bharatiya Rashtra Samiti. They wanted to go national. But now what seems to be happening in this election is that they seem to be losing the very base that has brought them to power. What do you think has gone wrong with Mr. KCR? He was immensely popular as an individual leader. He announced policy after policy that would be described as, welfare measures for the people. But why, according to the, exit polls, why are people appearing to not be convinced with his policies?
Well, I think there are 2 or 3 reasons. One is that probably he got too ambitious, trying to become a national level leader rather late. Because just about 1.5 years ago, he tried to form this new government, new party, floated, changed the name of the party. But then he doesn't have any foothold anywhere else, and except, Telangana. So probably, he lost a bit of focus there. And secondly, I feel there is a lot of resentment within the state about the supposed corruption in the government.
Right.
And also the family. The family members dominate the entire cabinet. And, the talk in Hyderabad is that K.T. Ramarao and they all the family members take most of the decisions. So that has been reflected.
That looks like a family-driven sort of an enterprise. You cannot turn a government in 2023 into a government that looks like essentially a family business. That's what has happened with KCR's family.
Precisely. Apart from that, even the MLAs were supposed to be very corrupt. And, there was a government scheme where poor people were supposed to be given 2-bedroom flat. And for that, the MLAs were taking money. So this has, I think, gone totally against the BRS, and Congress is resurgent. Because I think the Bharat Jodo Yatra for Rahul Gandhi, you need to give a little credit for that, went through large parts of Andhra Pradesh, and I think he did fairly well during that period. And, the Reddys have been out of power in, Telangana for the last 10 years. They have been itching to come back.
Right.
So for them, the Congress is the biggest vehicle. So they have pumped in a lot of money, somehow to come to power. So that is why this is money versus money. So where, the election, and supported by D.K. Shivkumar from Karnataka, is the biggest money bag in Congress right now.
That the money plays its role in politics, but also what plays its role is arithmetic. Also, there is something called chemistry in politics. And this is where I want to bring in Mr. Sharad Gupta. Within Telangana, it appeared that the BJP may perhaps become slightly a bit more stronger. And that was the impression that was given till about 6 months ago. But after that, the BJP leadership within Telangana seems to have gone quiet. And a lot of people within the state, in fact, say that, probably the reason why that has happened is because there must be some kind of a tacit understanding between the Bharatiya Janata Party and the TRS, and AIMIM being the third wheel in that silent coalition. We'll talk about Telangana in just a bit, but my colleague Molly Gambhir is standing by with the trends and leads at this moment. Over to you, Molly, tell us what's happening.